5, a potential closeout game at home?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, sure everyone in the locker room dreamt of this moment. First closeout game ever at Chase Center, incredibly exciting.
Klay, you guys all talked about the fouls, obviously, after last game. And we've talked about this, it seems like, for years. What is the mindset to avoid those? How do you stop those kind of fouls?
Well, you think about what stoppage of play does to our offense, and at times it can bog down what we do. So you got to be mindful of playing with the hands back, and natural instinct at times is you want to reach, you want to get the steal, you want to make the defensive play. But even when the ball goes through the net, we're still incredibly effective getting the ball out in transition and getting great looks. So you got to just, when you're defending, just be mindful of the whole game, not just trying to get that steal in that moment.
Klay, how impactful was Kuminga in his outing the other day? And how much can that help going forward? And do you think it sort of helped his confidence? I mean, do you ever worry about his confidence when he's not playing as he did in the first 3 games?
No, because John is such a great athlete. I think he can just be inserted out there and he's going to do something spectacular. Very proud of the way he stayed ready. That's a sign of a great rookie and a bright future ahead. And he's just such an energy boost for us. So I'm not sure how his minutes will go, but I know he'll be ready, and we'll continue to make sure he's ready because he, like I said, can be such a boost for us on both sides of the ball.
Steve noted how much attention Jordan Poole is getting from the Nuggets, how much they're dialing up the physicality. How do you see him adjusting to that, reacting to what they're throwing at him?
I mean, Jordan's a great player, and I'm sure he'll play the same way he's been playing. Just because he didn't go for 30 doesn't mean he didn't have an effective game. He still had 9 assists, was still sharing the ball very well, making the right play. So he's just got to keep doing what he's doing. And I know he's going to have a big night tomorrow. Not even big, but just efficient. And I said this before, he's a huge catalyst for what we do, especially offensively.
Steve was kind of in here talking about how this is what playoff defenses do to skill guys, and you guys have learned it over the years with you, with Steph, even Livingston. How early did you learn that that's what playoff defenses were doing, and what kind of strategies do you combat when they get overly physical?
You just be physical back. You stand your ground and don't settle for just good looks, but you want great shots, and trust your teammates, and you just cut to open space and domino effect. Somebody's going to be open. Somebody's going to make the right play. So, I mean, we've dealt with physicality our whole careers, and it's nothing new to us.
Klay, as you worked back, what did you observe about Looney and how he, took the floor night after night and never wanted a game off, and just, he was the only big man for long stretches. And how did that maybe prepare him for this assignment that he's taking on right now?
I mean, Loon is a great teammate. He's a great player and the ultimate professional. And he just keeps plugging away, and he's going to be he's been huge for us in the past. He's going to continue to play vital minutes in the playoffs. I mean, he's tasked with doing a lot, especially as our lone true center on the roster. So I'm just really proud of the way Loon has developed into such a good NBA player. Came into this league so young, dealt with a lot of adversity before I even had to deal with stuff like that, and just to see his resiliency, it's inspiring for every person in this organization.
And did you see things behind the scenes, Klay, that the way he took care of his body and learned different tricks to be durable and to stay on the court?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't play 82 games without doing all the little things, and Loon had to deal with some hard stuff early on, and I think he just learned that being a pro athlete is year-long cycle. So for him to come out and play 82 and be just such a consistent presence in our lineup, I mean, we would not be where we're at without Kevon Looney.
Klay, obviously the coach makes lineup decisions, but are you guys just kind of assuming that Steph's going to be back in the starting lineup?
Yeah, that's up to Steve. I mean, I don't even know. I'm just ready to hoop, and it's going to be a great night. But I don't know. Sure.
Klay, a lot of times veterans can be kind of, I don't know, I feel a little bit uncertain about young players in the postseason. How did Jordan get you guys as the veteran confidence and just the ability to believe that he would be able to perform on the stage?
I mean, he's been doing it all year. He's been doing it when none of us have been in the lineup. He's led us to some really huge road wins, and behind the scenes, he's put in the work. So when a guy works that hard, you can trust him. And it's not even about makes or misses with Jordan. It's about his level of effort, and that's all you want to see from a young player is that intensity, that heart, and he has it.
Hey, Klay, during the playoffs, the fans and media tend to get on this emotional roller coaster and overreact to everything and go crazy. How do you, I'm assuming that as a player, you don't want to get too crazy like that. How do you get away from that craziness? How do you keep yourself on an even keel and avoid that between games?
Well, luckily I have a boat, and fishing and being on the ocean is a great remedy to that stuff. Doing other things besides basketball, reading a book, going for a walk. There's more to life than the internet and NBA Twitter. So you just got to realize that you can't take work home with you all the time, although there are days when it sucks when you lose and it's in front of the world, but that's why we get paid what we do, and that's why the stakes are so high, is because people's emotions are invested, and in professional sports, people pay their hard-earned money to yell at you, to tell you how they feel, and that's just the nature of the business. And the more you understand that, the better off you'll be with dealing with criticism.
You feel it's fair to say that you personally try to go into every game kind of on the same
absolutely
level?
I try to go into every single game. Obviously, playoffs are you got a little bit more nerves in your stomach, but you just want to be your best, and that starts with doing all the little things: preparation, getting nutrition, sleep, all that. And when you give 100% effort, you can live with the results. And that's what I tell every young athlete out there, is that if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So do the opposite of that, and you can live with whatever comes at you.
If it's not too...
I'm sorry, can you give us one book to get our minds off
the
craziness of the playoffs weekend?
Oh, man. My favorite book that involves fishing is called Blue Water Hunters. It is incredible, and it's about a man named Carlos who makes a lot of crossings to Catalina. And what's nice, it's about a local, island just off Los Angeles, and I love the ocean, so it just takes me to a beautiful place.
I guess if it's not too personal to ask.
It's easy read too.
What did you do yesterday with your day off?
Oh, wow. It's a great question, Kareth. I went swimming. It was such a nice day. The sun was out, and I went to brunch. I got a lot of positive comments at brunch. People were very excited around town, which is a lot of fun. And I just enjoyed that. And I watched some NBA playoffs too, and made a good meal for dinner. It was a good day.
Klay, are you still doing the meditation regularly that you were a few years back?
I mean, I try to. I mean, even if it's just 5-10 minutes a day, it's really hard to quiet your mind. I mean, that's a skill. That's something you got to practice for years. And I try to.
Do you get that on the boat? Do you get that when you're in the water?
Oh, yeah. You feel so present because you just so quiet out there, especially when you shut off the engines and you just got the waves crashing or the wind blowing. It kind of resets you and realize you feel so small in the universe.
You mentioned being at brunch and getting a bunch of comments. You like that? I mean, being super visible, and I'm sure especially this time of year, a lot of people coming up to you.
Yeah, definitely. And it comes from a good place. I mean, people the Warriors have inspired a lot of people. So when people say nice things to your face, it means a lot. And that's just human nature. I mean, compliments go a long way. Even it's just a simple, great job. And that's just a part of being a public figure, I guess.
Has it been weird for you to come into fame over the last, I guess, decade? You're probably used to it now, but it's got to be kind of odd, I'm sure.
I mean, I don't really think about it. I'm lucky because I do something every day that I love. And when you do that, it's like the most cliche thing ever to say. You don't have to work another day in your life. So I genuinely love coming to the gym and working on my game. And if fame is a byproduct of that, then so be it. You just got to realize that it won't be there forever because we can't obviously do this forever.
Couple on Zoom real quick. Go ahead, Jason Dumas.
Going on, Klay. I know you've chatted about this before, but I feel like it warrants another question given how cool it's been to kind of see it play out. But as of yesterday, I believe you had made the most 3-pointers in the playoffs so far. Sunday was your first 30-point. Sunday was your first 30-point game since 2019, Game 6. I know the job isn't finished, but how cool has it been to just see the fruits of your labor pay off, given everything that's been going on?
Oh man, it's been really awesome, but I'm not satisfied. I know that's cool to lead the playoffs in threes and all that, but I'd rather lead the finals in threes. So we still got a long way to go to get to that point, and we still got a really, really, really big opportunity tomorrow. And I'm not satisfied with just 4 good games of shooting. I want to do it for a whole playoffs. And just thinking back to where I was a year ago, it is incredible. I can't even lie. It's pretty amazing. Give our performance staff incredible amount of credit because they guided me through the whole process. And at times it was hard to see this happening, but now that it's here, I'm just eager to keep going.
All right, Michael Shapiro, go ahead. All right, Michael, go ahead.
Hi, Klay. In regards to your on-court chemistry with Draymond and Steph, how long did it take you to feel comfortable again? And do you now feel like you're fully back into the rhythm you felt in the pre-injury years, so to speak?
Yeah, it took a long time. I mean, I wanted it to happen so quickly, but after 2 years, to condition yourself to play at this level, it takes a long time. And I feel like I'm in a great rhythm right now and not satisfied. I can still do things better as far as playmaking, getting the free throw line. And I still got a lot of critiques in my game that I want to work on. But as far as where I was at this point last year, man, I wasn't even touching rim yet last year at this point, let alone being able to score 30. So just being able to be out here and play and be free-minded when I play, it's something I don't take for granted.